What are you comfortable with versus what have you grown accustomed to? What habits are you attached to? What do you view as normal, your baseline for pain, for pleasure? See, a lot of times what we think we're comfortable with is just actually whatever level of discomfort we've grown accustomed to. I used to be in a lot of physical pain for most of my life, and I didn't realize it until I was able to get the right medicine, the right plant medicine that actually alleviated the pain. And then over time, I realized that the pain had been alleviated and I didn't need that medicine anymore. So my baseline for pain had changed, my baseline for comfort, my baseline for bliss had changed. It's really, really tricky learning the difference between whether we have a funny or bad feeling, and bad is just unfamiliar, unknown, or letting us know that a pattern we're experiencing that we're creating or allowing is making us uncomfortable. And so it feels bad. It's not really good or bad. It really is awareness of what level of comfort is acceptable to us now that we've learned more, now that we've learned maybe to suffer less, sometimes when we've grown accustomed to suffering more. So what's something that really makes you uncomfortable, and are you brave enough to lean into it to figure out why? Not to point outside of yourself, but to lean into it and figure out what about yourself are you afraid to look at that's got you not facing what you need to face to experience more bliss, to experience less pain. And we can have external things bringing us discomfort. This is about your inside. This is about whether you're holding peace and whether you're having to grind or grit to pretend you're at peace in places that you're really not comfortable with. And sometimes it involves a change of environment outside of you. Sometimes it's going to change relationships. But I guarantee you one thing, when you start honoring more what's comfortable for you inside, and when you get serious about adjusting your way of thinking, your process of sweeping things under the rug starts screaming that it needs adjusting. It's like possessed dust bunnies are like, hey, you know what? You've been sweeping us under the rug for a while, but this really isn't okay. You got to do something about it. And I don't mean go get a weapon or even necessarily a lawsuit. I mean, you've got to get real about what patterns you at least participated in by allowing, and sometimes maybe even subconsciously created, that led to those things you didn't want to look at and swept under the rug. Sometimes the universe will do you a gift and get rid of the whole house, rug and all. But the underlying issues, the underlying patterns that led to your current internal discomfort, your internal awareness of a misalignment, those things will still need to be dealt with. And right now we're getting an extra plus superific chance to deal with those. So you can be uncomfortable and whine about it. You can be uncomfortable and try to hide from it. Or you can lean into the discomfort, not attach to it, but lean into it internally. At why you're feeling that. Get honest with yourself and make some changes. And if you don't change those internal patterns and you just change the things around you, they're going to find ways to repeat themselves in more and more extreme ways. So I would invite you today to choose something that you know deep down is making you uncomfortable and go within. Even if it's for a few seconds, a few times a day to start, go within and look at it. And if you can have a real, honest 2-minute conversation with yourself, that is the makings of gold. Have a good day.